Hi, guys. Welcome to our group coaching this week. Let me know if you can hear me well, okay? I'm on the headphones. Just let me know if this is working well. Say hi on the chat. I love to see you and see your comments. Let's see here. Chat. Okay. Let's see. Let me know if you can see my comments. I'm gonna hi there. Hello everyone. Because Fernanda was telling me that she sent a message on the chat and I couldn't see it. So if you guys could test it, if you're there, just test it and write something on the chat so we can try it out. So if you guys have any questions, you can write to me directly. Okay? On the chat. Awesome. So give me 1 second. Here, 98. Okay. I'm um, trying to access the apps because I'm going to show it to you guys at the end. Um, ugh. Anyway, so that's fine. I'll do this at the end when we get to the apps. But let me get to YouTube here so I can see if I see on the chat what you guys are talking about. Okay. Get to YouTube here so I can. Okay, Fernanda, I can read your comment now. Hi there. I'm glad that you can hear me. Good. Well, so yeah, let's get started. Awesome. So, okay, for today, I have a lot of good information. We're going to be talking about native speaker conversations and how we're going to do it differently this week. We're going to be speaking about what to do when you don't have enough time to finish the activities. We'll be talking about how to um, get the best of your time until the end of the program. So, there are things you can do that I want you to do to get the best out of this program. So you can get to the end and feel like you really got your money's worth in, your effort and everything. So we're gonna talk about a lot of different things today. I'm gonna try to make it brief to an hour. And at the end, let me know if you guys have any questions. You can write your questions at any time and I'll get to it either at the end or if it's about what I'm talking about. Also, I'll try to answer. If I'm speaking too fast or if you cannot understand, just write it to me like slow, speak slowly, please, or can you repeat your last sentence or something? So always let me know. Awesome. So let's get started. Let me see here. Change to presentation mode. I still haven't figured out how to do it that I'll be on the screen too, so we're gonna be going back and forth. Okay. So let's get this started. Okay, here we are. Awesome. So first of all, about native conversations, native speaker conversations. I want to tell you guys that your feedback is really important to me. If there is anything that is not going well, if your native speaker wasn't on time, they are also telling me, if you weren't on time, please try to be mindful about their time as they're trying to be I know this week some of you had, some things and changes, but let's try to keep that 24-hour rule. If you need to change anything or if you need to cancel, please. It's just to maintain, a good flow for the native speakers. Please only change your conversations if it's like really necessary. Because I don't want to create this thing that, we're changing things every day of the week or every week. So just think right now if your times that you gave me this week really work for you. And if they are good, try to be there and try to make it a priority. Okay. But if anything is conflicting in your schedule, just let me know or Pedro know as soon as possible. Okay. Awesome. So great. Oh, also feedback about internet connection, about the natives too. Like if you like them, if you don't like them, it's good to have a mix. So some weeks you're not gonna have the same people. Some people you're gonna like more than other people. But it's good to have a mix. It's good to have a change because in the real world, you will talk to people that will be easy and good and patient, and people that will also speak a little quicker, a little harder to understand. So um, that's completely fine. Just let me know about um, what's going on. It's important that we know. And also any changes you guys need to do with those 24 hours in advance. Um, I'm gonna go back to me because I feel like weird that I'm not, you know, looks like I'm talking to the computer. So let me go back to, whoops, is it back? Okay, screen share. How do I stop? Oh no, it's already gone. Okay, we're good. So let me know any changes for your schedule the 24 hours before. Let me know or let Pedro know, and we'll be able to do the changes for you because I need to track the changes. I'm telling the native speakers to do the same thing, even though it's easier to just to go, between you guys, but I need to know what's going on. So please go through me or Pedro. Okay, so that's for the native conversations, and I'm happy to announce that this week we're going to have a change on our conversations. It's a little bit of a change. I remember in the first week we had scripts. The second week, the second week, I kind of left it open to see how it went. But now we're gonna have a small activity every day. I'll be sending you a topic for you to speak to your native speaker. So, what I want you to do is to have one question prepared for your native speaker about that topic and one story about yourself about that topic. So, for example, tomorrow we're going to be speaking about your favorite restaurant experience, for example. So, remember that time that you went to that amazing restaurant that you ate shrimp and it was amazing, the service was amazing, whatever it was, or it was funny or is a disaster. Like I want a restaurant experience, for example. So I want you to think about the story beforehand and have it prepared. Look up some vocabulary. You can write it down. I don't want you to read it to your native speaker, but if you want to write some sentences, feel free. I want you to get prepared to tell the story. And telling stories is a great way for you to practice past tense because you're going to be speaking about situations in the past. You can practice present perfect sometimes. You can practice word order and prepositions. So you get practice a lot of things with stories. So that's what we're going to be doing this week, telling stories. And you're going to be preparing a question about that topic. So if it's about restaurants, I don't want you to ask him a question like, "Oh, what's the best restaurant you've ever been?" Okay, that's a question, but I just want you to get more specific, okay? Like for example, you can ask them, "Do you remember the last time you went out to eat with your family?" You see, it's more specific. It's not like about any restaurant or anything. So I want you to come up with something creative to ask your native speaker about that topic, okay? So let's see how that's going to work for this week. Doesn't have to be complicated. It will be a topic, it will be an easy topic, but every single day of the week, we're going to be speaking about different topics. So we'll be able to speak about different things. Okay, awesome. So yeah, Paulo, I'm glad that you like the idea. I was also very proud of myself for having this idea. But let's see how that's gonna work out, and you guys let me know, okay? So yeah, that's how it's going to work this week. And yeah, I'm excited to see what you guys will be talking about and the vocabulary and everything. So awesome. Let me go back to. Oh, that reminds me of something else that we will be doing this week. This week, we're going to have the activities the same way as last week, different activities, but same structure. But for this week, I want you to focus on the apps. I know I talked to all of you on your coaching call about the apps, and I'm going to be talking about the apps towards the end. Either Quizlet, Super Memo, or Anki. And I know some people are having some problems with Anki. We're going to go through that today. I don't have an iPhone, so Fernanda, we're going to find a way to get that figured out. But I'm going to go through the other apps, and it's always kind of like the same idea. So we'll see how it goes. Um, so we're going to go through the apps, and I want you to use the apps, guys. If I haven't like emphasized this enough, I'm emphasizing it now. Use the apps, because sometimes there is a very good Quizlet deck that I found with basic sentences. And I should have. I wish I had that before for you guys, because it's like a simple idea and it's genius, because it's just Gavin from Small Advantages. You guys watched a video by him on the first week on pre-course. He just got 25 sentences, basic sentences for the conversation, especially when you're talking to someone, in a new language. Sentences that will help you, and it's good for you to have them like really easy, to say. So, for example, can you speak more slowly, please? I know that sometimes, that's easy, but sometimes you're like, oh, speak slowly. It would be nice to have the sentence how it is. Could you speak more slowly, please? Or could you please speak more slowly? Um, Ready to go. So I want you guys to study those sentences. It might be very easy for some of you. It might be something that helps, So that's on Quizlet. If you don't have Quizlet, download it to your phone. And we're going to be working on Quizlet. I have a lot of good decks that can help you. So the decks, the flashcards, if you have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, as many minutes as you have in your day, a coffee break, lunchtime, you can go through some flashcards and try to remember, the information there. So we'll be speaking more about the apps later, but this is also a change. I want you to prioritize the apps this week, and then activities. And talking about activities, we're going to be speaking about listening activities and activities in general. Let me share my screen with you. So, listening practice. What's important? A lot of you have asked me, you guys are almost in the same boat. You're like, oh, I don't have time to do the activity completely, or I cannot, I'm doing the listening like this or like that. So I wanted to just show you guys some things and talk about listening practice, because that's half of the battle, is understanding what somebody is talking to you. So I'm going to be talking about active and passive listening that we talked about in week 1, and how to do active listening effectively. Okay? So let me get back to you guys. Very important thing. What's the difference between active and passive? I hope you guys know that by now. But passive is when you're listening to music or to a podcast, but you're not really paying attention. You're just putting in the background. You're cleaning your house and listening to something. You're driving and listening to something. So you're not interacting actively with the material. You're only passively listening. Is that good? Yes, that's great. Listen as much as you can. Um, there's a book called Language is Music that the author, she speaks 8 languages, and her strategy is to listen for like months nonstop, listen to that language, because then your ear will get used to the cadence, to the rhythm of the language. So that is a good strategy. Is it enough? Is that sufficient? No, it's not sufficient. If you keep doing only this, your listening skills are not going to get better, because if you're not actively interacting with the material, you're not going to learn anything new. Your brain will get used to English, but you're not learning vocabulary, you're not learning um, the connections, like the word connections or reductions or anything like that. Okay, so we need both. Passive, really easy. You can do, right now you're kind of passively listening, but you have to understand what I'm saying. So, and write on the chat. So not as passive. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Okay, so active listening. Guys, for you to do active listening, it's not enough for you to watch a video with English subtitles. That's not enough. Not even watching a video without subtitles and just watching it once and then whatever. That's not enough. That's passive. If you are either, if you have subtitles, you're not practicing listening as much. You're reading. If you think about it, if you have subtitles here, you're going to read it. You're not going to listen to what people are saying. So subtitles are good and they serve a purpose. They have a reason. But if you're just like, oh, I'm doing listening practice today, active listening practice, and then you put a video with subtitles, that's not active listening. Okay. So that's part of it, but that's towards the end. How do you do active listening? And how do you do if you don't have a lot of time? First of all, to do a listening activity that will really help you, you have to get native speaker material. Don't go with the learner, like when it's very slowly, like I'm talking, like, for learners, that's not going to help you. Do native. So, like, get an interview online or get anything, a video that a speaker of English would interact with. So, okay, great. I'm gonna get that video. Let's say you found a 10-minute video. Excuse me. You don't have to do the 10 minutes because that will take a very long time because you have to watch more than once and all of these. So, from that 10-minute video, do the activity with 2 minutes of that video. So just 2 minutes of it, you're going to really pay attention and focus. Remember the Pomodoro technique? 25 minutes that you'll be there present. So that 2-minute clip, if you cannot find a short video, you're going to listen once. Pay attention at the steps. Those are important. You're going to listen once without worrying about understanding everything. When you listen to it once, it's just to understand the context and get used to how people are speaking, see what emotions, are they happy, are they sad, is it a serious video, it's a documentary, just to get the feel of it. You're going to watch it once, you hit the 2-3 minute mark, stop. Okay, that's it. That first time, just context. Now, you're going to go back and watch it a second time. But the second time, I want you to stop. Stop the video. Every few seconds, like they say a sentence, not read. They say a sentence. I want you to stop and write down whatever you understand. Whatever. If it's one word, if it's 2 words, whatever you understand, write it down. And you do that for the 2 minutes. And that's the part that takes the longest. But think about it. If you do it for just 2 minutes, it's not as long. Then you're going to watch the video one more time. and try to write more things, maybe the sentences, maybe stop right after a sentence and see if you can write it down. And then you can do that just twice, just, once for words, once for sentences. Doesn't matter if your sentences are not complete. It doesn't matter if it's just words. It does not matter. What matters is that you're trying to actively listen to words and write them down. That's the active part. That's like the most important part. So don't skip that step. Do that at least for, a 2-minute clip is going to take you 10 minutes to do that. You're going to watch the clip twice. That's very, very, very important. If I can't emphasize that enough. Very, very important, because that's what's going to make your brain break things down and like make that effort into like, oh, I have to pay attention. I have to understand those words. And then if you do it, you can do it twice or you can do it 3 times. For if you have more time, you can do it more, but don't get tired. Like if you're like, oh gosh, I can't do this anymore. Stop. This is for everything, guys. All the activities. If you're like doing this and you're like, oh, this is horrible. Stop it. Don't do it. English is supposed to be fun, if I haven't said that enough. So we're here to find fun things for you to do to practice English. I'm teaching you the strategies that work really well, or good strategies. But if the strategies are not good for you, don't worry. Like, I'm not going to take it personally. It's not about me. It's about you. It's about what you like. So some people told me like, oh, I love this. And some people are like, ugh, I hate it. Completely fine. Completely fine. It's find what works for you. Okay. So on the last time that you watch the video, then you're going to watch with the subtitles. Okay. And then with the subtitles, you're going to compare what you wrote to what the subtitles are saying. And that comparison, that's, you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't understand it now. That's what they were saying. When you have to make an effort to understand, if you don't even if you don't understand much, even if it's only a few words, when you understand it, when you read it, you're going to be like, oh, that's what it was. And it's going to click on your mind. So that's the important part. Okay. Awesome. So let me know if you guys are following me. Okay. I don't know if I'm speaking too fast or if you guys are following, but let me know if you have any questions about listening practice. Okay. Awesome. So we're going to move on from listening practice to, yeah. So I hope you guys understood that active and passive, what's the difference, and how to do active practice without speaking, because speaking to a native speaker is also active listening. So, okay, let's move on. Our next theme. Let's see here. Let me find my screen share. Okie dokie. So now a next question that is very asked in our group, our individual coachings by message. What to do when you don't have enough time to study? So first of all, you do have time to study. It might not be an hour, but you have 5 minutes. Don't tell me you don't, because I know you do. Even if it's while you're doing something else, even if it's at a time that you're a little tired, 5 minutes, I'm sure you have every day. So I just want you to find those 5 minutes or wake up 5 to 10 minutes earlier and do a little bit of English practice. So don't make up excuses, guys. Don't focus on the reasons why you can't do something. Focus on what you have. If you have just 5-10 minutes one day, don't tell me, oh, this day I didn't have enough time. No, quit the excuses. Just find 5 minutes and practice whatever you can. Okay. And also simplify. If you can't follow the activities, okay, I'm going to go back to the screen. Okay. So if you can't follow the activity that day, it's what I'm telling you. how can you practice in a creative way? This week, I also want you to explore these new ways of learning English. You can learn English through Instagram, through apps, through videos on YouTube that, if even if you're not doing active listening, let's say you don't want to do that activity. I encourage you to do it. But let's say one day you're like, no, I'm going to do, just watch a video. Watch the video, write a few sentences about the video, your own sentences. You can read comments on YouTube and if you like recipes, if you like yoga, like the internet is an endless place of resources. So find something you like that you're going to be interested in watching or reading about. And if you don't have time to actually sit down and, do some English practice, go for the things that interest you. Okay? Always, even with the activities, always go with things that interest you. Because when your brain understands that English is something interesting, it's not going to be so painful. Okay? It's not going to be so hard, so difficult. So, simplify. That's the theme for this week. Simplify. If you don't have the time to sit down and do things, how are you going to learn English? Is it through flashcards? Is it through, you tell me, okay? I'm giving you suggestions, but I also want you to come up with creative ways to learn the language, okay? So, cool. Let's move on to our next topic because I want to get to our apps very soon. Okay, so let's go to the apps. Yeah, let's do that because I think that's going to be the part that you guys are most interested in, and it would take the longest from everything. Okay, so apps to practice basic sentences and grow your vocabulary. You have two options. You can import sentences and vocabulary from, people have already done it and they put it on the internet and you can use those, or you can create your own. I would prefer you do both. But if you don't have time to put your own there, just import some and try to practice through those, okay? But it's good for you to create your own because that's going to create meaning for you. It's going to make it meaningful because you created, you went through that vocabulary. So let me just exemplify how it would be on, a day in the life of you guys, of a student. So I got my Monday email, for example, pronunciation. We'll be talking tomorrow about, I think it's stress and intonation or word connection, something like that. So you receive the activity, you have to watch a video, then you have to watch my video, and then you have to do the activity. Let's say on the email, you found a sentence that stood out to you, you found a word that you didn't know, and you had to look it up. That's practice already. The emails are already an opportunity for you to practice. Everything is an opportunity. So get your curious minds out, guys. It's not about following instructions, it's about being creative. So you saw a sentence, you wrote it down on your journal, or you got your phone and you got into the apps and you're going to create some flashcards. And I'm going to show it to you right now. I'm going to start with Quizlet because I think Quizlet is the simplest, okay? Quizlet is the easiest. So I'm going to open here. I have an Android, so it might be different for iPhone users. And okay, so let me close the video. I'm going to get my smoothie. I made a smoothie. Mm-hmm. You might be wondering why it's so brown. It's chocolate, okay? It's a chocolate smoothie. No, it's banana, blueberries, peanut butter, and chocolate. Hmm. Why eat your dessert if you can drink your dessert? Anyway, okay. So, okay, this is Quizlet, okay? Let me show it to you guys. So that's me. I created a username. Oh, hello, Ana Cris. Okay, it's mirrored because, you know, let's see if I can change this. Let's see if I can change it. I don't think so. But you guys can see it, okay? So that's my thing. And then you have two options on Quizlet. Find your materials and create your own. Okay? If you have Quizlet, just open on your phone and follow with me, okay? So, find study materials. You click on that. You have sets, you have classes, you have users. I've sent you some Quizlet material. So you can, just click on the link that I sent you and it should let me do that right now because we're doing step by step of everything. Okay. So, I'm going to the group. I am going to the Quizlet. Okay, I'm here. You see the Quizlet link that I sent to you guys on April 25th. So I'm clicking on it, clicking on it. And then it gives me the option to open with Quizlet. And I'm going to open with Quizlet. So then that's it, guys. I open with Quizlet and it's here. You see, it's super simple. Like it cannot be simpler. Um, English, the Magic E. You can do learn, flashcards, write, match, and I'm back. Hello. Sorry about that. The house that I'm at, the connection dropped. So, whoopsie. Let me know if you guys can hear me, if everything is okay. Let me open YouTube here again. Let me tell you guys on WhatsApp. I'm back. Okay. Cool. Okay. There's no one live. But hopefully you guys will come back. Come back to me. Come back. But anyway, you can watch it later too. So, where were we? Quizlet. So you can see it in a few different ways. You see, you can change the way you see it, or you have to match. This is a pronunciation card, so um, you have to match here hate with. Oh yeah, you have to. Okay, this is kind of silly. Whatever, just an example. um. Okay, awesome. So that's nah. Well, good you're there for that, Paolo, for my song. Uh, okay, so Quizlet is that simple when you have a link. If you don't have a link, let me show ya how you're gonna do. So you have it here, search, okay? I'm gonna put something on here. It's a topic or keyword. Let's say basic sentences in English. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. All the basic sentences in English. There's some in Spanish too, but that's not what we're looking for. Look at that. So many options. So many options. Some of those, if you put Portuguese or Português, you can find it in both English and Portuguese. But I would prefer you don't use Portuguese as much as you can, because our point here is to get you through this immersion, okay? And it's very effective if you don't have Portuguese to help you, because it becomes a crutch. A crutch is what people use to walk when they break a leg or something. And that's something to help you, but you at some point have to learn how to walk with your own legs. So, okay, so that's Quizlet, guys. Quizlet is super simple. This is to find sets. You can find users. You can search for anything on this box here. If you have, like, for example, restaurant terms, let's say we're talking about food tomorrow. So you can get a set of cards about food, and it's an option. Okay, so let me go back to the main screen. Um, okay, so here on the bottom, you see those icons here? This is home. This is to search for, the sets, and this is to create your own. So you click on this, you see? Create your study set. Create what? Folder and create class. Okay? So you're gonna go create study set. And then you can write what the study set is. You can write the term, you can write the definition. And what I would like you to do is ideally, okay, I'm going to give you an example so you understand. So I'm going to put here food. And let's say we're talking about food and you see a sentence with a food you've never encountered before. So let's say the Italians love to eat lasagna. And then, okay, let me see if I can select. Lasagna. Let's say lasagna is what you're looking for. Um, Pasta dish with red sauce. Just to make it easy, okay? Uh, so here you have, I put a sentence on the term. Italians love to eat lasagna. And the definition, I put what lasagna is. And I put a description. And you can put a picture. So if you click on the picture, let's see if I can click without looking at my phone. I cannot. Oh, Quizlet. That's so silly. Never mind. For you to add a picture, you have to pay. But that's where how they get you. You know, if you want to do more things, you have to pay. If you like the app and if you want to pay, it's not a lot per year. But if you don't, that's okay too. Okay, so you just write the definition and put the term. Ideally, you're going to put a sentence because the sentence helps you contextualize. And context is, let me tell you something about your brain. Your brain needs context for everything. So, learning things through context is the most effective way. If you have a word, like just an unrelated word, that's not going to stick. You have to put it into context. Okay? So sentences like that are important, especially if the sentence is about yourself, then it's even better. But I'm just exemplifying here what you should do. And just have one word you don't know, because if you have too many words you don't know, then it loses the purpose. Here, I don't know if you can like put lasagna in quotes or lasagna in bold, but you'll know what you don't know, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so that's Quizlet, guys. Super easy to use. Not a lot of features if you don't pay for it, but you know, it's worth being free. So, okay, that's Quizlet. Do you guys have any questions about Quizlet? Yes, no, maybe. I don't know if you have a limit as well. Like if you can do as, you know, some practice a day and then after a while they cut you off. I don't know. Maybe that's maybe that's what they do. Like if you do 20 flashcards a day, they'll stop you. That's why it's good to have more than one app. So have more than one. Okay. So that's Quizlet. Let me go back to YouTube so I see if you guys are commenting. Okay. Not yet. Okay, now we're gonna go to Super Memo. I will tell you the truth, I haven't explored Super Memo very much, but let's try. Okay, Super Memo, just open. Okay. Okay. Have to sign up. I hadn't downloaded into my phone yet, so give me a second because I want to walk you through it. Let's see if this is going to work out. Okay. Okay. We're good. Okay. Okay. Start learning, sign up for courses. Okay. We don't want to sign up for courses. Okay. So, Super Memo is also pretty simple. They have the option for you to sign up for a course. You don't have to. You can just create your cards right up here. You see this little thing here? You click on it, and then you can sign up for your card. You see? Memo card. So First, you can type in a question. You can just write a sentence with a word that you're trying to memorize, and then type in the answer. That can be the definition, the translation, not, didn't want the translation, but the definition. Or let's see if the picture will work. I think you can also put audio files. Oh yeah, it works. So you can choose a picture from your phone. Let's say I was doing church and I have here a picture of a church. Oh, it has a maximum file size, so you might have to get small pictures. But it's okay, we'll figure it out. And also, if you saw my email from Friday, I hope you have, because I told you guys to focus on the Friday emails for the apps, because we have to learn how to use them to help us out. You can also create audio files to upload into your cards. So you go to, I gave you 3 websites, text to speech, some sort of text to speech. You put the text and it becomes an audio, becomes a recorded. It's a little robotic, but it's okay. It serves the purpose, okay? It's giving you the pronunciation. So let's say you're practicing pronunciation. You're going to put maybe just the word here, and then on the answer, you're going to do the audio file, okay? So try this, because it's really easy. Look at this. You have the question, which it could be a sentence, a question, or a word, if it's pronunciation. And you can write the answer or have a picture or an audio file, okay? And then you save or you remove, and then that's it. I'm going to create one here. Let's say the pronunciation of the word development, which is usually a hard one. Development. Let's suppose that I have the audio file because I haven't created the audio file. Audio file. And I saved it. Okay. There we go. Then it's going to appear here. My memo cards. And there is learn new 1 and repeat 0. That is already doing the repeated spaced repetition that we talked about. Spaced repetition is what's going to get you to learn a lot of vocabulary very quickly. So you go here, click on the deck, and then my first word, development. So this is a pronunciation card. Maybe it's good if it's just one word to be pronunciation, if it's a sentence to be definitions. You can do it in so many different ways. You can get creative with it too. So let's say I say development, and then I can go check on the bottom. You see? So let's say I say development, and then I go check. So the audio file will be here. I just wrote audio file. But let's say you click on it and it's development, and you said development. So you're going to say bed. You see the little faces here? So if you got it wrong, if you couldn't remember, you're going to do the sad face. If you did, like, maybe you remembered it was kind of so, you do this. And if you did it correctly, you're going to do this. The ones that are the sad face, you're going to see it more often, more frequently than the 2 other ones. Okay? Awesome. So, yeah, that's Super Memo. I think that's, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. You go back here, you have the, create the card here, and you also have a menu here that can help you create a bunch of different ones. Okay? I am not sure you have flashcards already ready to go, probably, but I'm going to have to look into it. Maybe in the course program, but I'll look into it and I'll let you guys know. Now for Enki, which is everyone's favorite one. Where is Enki? So, okay, my Enki, that's how it looks like. You see, it's Enki Droid. It's not iPhone. So Fernanda, maybe your children will have to help you out using it. Because I've sent you the videos I had. Now we're gonna have to find it out. So I have a few flashcards here. This one, 4,000 essential English words. It's one that I got on the internet. So what did I do? I went to Anki Web on my computer. Let me show it to you guys. Okay, let's go to Anki Web together. Let's see if anybody's speaking to me. No. Anki Web. So you have here Anki Web. I have my account here already. So that's it. That's easier to manage than the phone, and then you can share from Anki Web to your phone. It's a lot easier. So get shared decks. You can look for it. You see, there are all of these things. Languages is already something already here. So you can go to English, and you can go and look. Oh, look at this. All the options you have on Anki. It's amazing. You can scroll forever. And the best thing is you can see the ratings. And I think you can order through ratings. Can you? Let's see. Yeah, but you can see the ratings, if it's good, if it's bad, when it was modified, if there is audio. So this is the one that I have. Um, sometimes people are asking for donations and there's people, rating it. So it's good. It's a large one because it has 4,000 essential English words. But what you're gonna do is go all the way down. Oh, here's a little example of what you're gonna find. You see, an English implement, and then you can play the sound, and it's gonna be implement. And then here you can download. You see, and then after you download, it's gonna show you in your account. So you're gonna go to my shared items. No, actually, no. You're gonna go to account. No, we're not. Let's see. No, this is the basic thing. Because if you want to create in your computer, you can also do here. But okay, let me get any deck so we can go through that together. So English, I'm gonna get one that's very small. Okay, these one. Phrasal verbs in Portuguese. I don't like that one, but okay, it's a large one. I'm trying to find a small one. Okay, aprenda inglês com séries. Okay, let's see. This one is a sample. Learn English with TV series. So I'm gonna download. Let's see the reviews. Yeah, only 2 bad reviews, so that's good. Download. You see, you're gonna put it in your, let's say, your desktop. You're gonna go there and save. And then let's see how we're gonna do this. Decks. Okay. Actions. Share. Delete. No. Search. Oh man, did I forget how to do this? Maybe. Let's see. How do I do this? Options. Okay. I have to see where you get the deck, because you get the deck and it will be in your account, and then you can synchronize it to your devices. But let me tell you that it's been a while since I've been here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look into this. Yeah, but Anki is the hardest one from the 3 of them, because you have to do it in the computer, you have to do it in your phone, and it's a little bit more complicated, but it's not too complicated. Let me see if it's okay. Try a search. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into these guys and let you know. Just know that after you sync this um with your phone, you're going to have it here. You see? So when I click on it, let's see. Get shared decks, NQWeb. Yeah, you can do straight on your phone. English. Let's see, where's the sample? Prove your listening. Okay, I'm gonna look into that a little more. I can send you guys a video of the step by step, okay? But then when you go to the deck, then you have chemical. And then if you show the answer is the definition with an image and an example, okay? And then you can also put if it's again hard, good, I think it is, and easy. So depending on which one you choose, it's how many times you're gonna see it again, okay? But for you to create a deck, it's simple here. I don't know on iPhone, but you can just go on this plus sign. So here you're gonna have this plus sign. You click on the plus sign. You go on create deck. You choose a name for your deck. I'm gonna choose foods. Food. Okay, and then you have food there, you see? You're gonna click on food. No, I'm not gonna click on food. I'm gonna click on plus sign again, and then add. And then that's your card. You see? And then from there, you can do basic or you can do something else. We're gonna go. I already sent a video about this, but we can go through that with more details. You can change the deck. And then you're gonna do front and back. You can do whatever you want on the front, like the other apps. You do whatever you want in the front, a sentence, a word, and or maybe an image. You know, you can use an image on the front and the definition on the back or the word in the back. And then you can do upload an audio file. You see, add image, record audio, or advanced editor. I think you just have more options. So let's say I do lasagna and I put a picture of a lasagna and then I put the word lasagna. So lasagna photo and then lasagna. I click on this check mark here. And then that's it. That's already done. So, okay, I'm going to go back just to show you. Now food has one flashcard. Food, study. Now you're gonna have the lasagna photo. Let's pretend, and you're going to show the answer. It's gonna be lasagna. Okay. Suppose that there's a picture there. So, or if you have a sentence, you have a definition. So that's it. That's it, guys. I know Anki can be a little tricky. I have to look at the website and see it again because it's been a while since I used it. But I will send it to you. I'll send it to you. I was planning on doing a video recording this that I just showed you, showing each one of the apps. And then you can watch it and rewatch it and do all your stuff. Okay. I'm going to try to get that done by tomorrow. But I will try. I really, really try really hard. I'm going to London tomorrow. So next week I'll be speaking to you from London. I want you to tell me if all your conversation sessions are okay for this week, what time we're going to do the group session, And somebody else will be responsible for the challenge for this week. Paulo was responsible for the challenge last week. And Paulo, you did an amazing job. Congratulations. But now somebody else will be responsible. And this week will be Fernanda. Fernanda, if you're there, you're responsible for our challenge for this week, asking the group a question. Okay? Paulo, now I saw your question. What name of the app? Super Memo. Yeah, Super Memo, exactly. It's one of the ones that I put on the email, okay? It's there for you to see. You're using Anki. Okay, I'm going to send you some more resources about Anki. Okay, so yeah, guys, we're already at our time limit, but I hope this was helpful for you as much as the activities and the worry about, doing it for an hour or something. Do listening in an active way, because that's how you're going to be learning, and put as much English in your life as you can. Start using the apps, please. I want us to get to the end of this week and you tell me oh, I like this app, I don't like this app. I practice this much time with these apps. Okay? So if you have any questions, we are here for you. Email us or send a WhatsApp message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you have any other questions that I didn't talk about today, yes, feel free to message me. Okay? Thanks for being here, and I will speak to you guys this week. Okay? Have a good start of your week. Bye.